What if I told you that Tesla just built a house that unfolds in under 2 hours, powers itself forever, and costs less than your phone? Sounds fake, right? But this time, Elon Musk actually did it, and people are already moving in. What if I told you Tesla just built a house that unfolds in under 2 hours, powers itself forever, and costs less than your phone? Sounds impossible, right? But this time it's real. Elon Musk's newest creation isn't a car, a robot, or a rocket. It's a home. A 280 square foot miracle that's already being delivered to early buyers across the US. The craziest part? You don't need land, a loan, or even a contractor. For the first time ever, Tesla claims you can finance the entire cost, 100%, zero money down, and move in the same day. No waiting, no building, no stress. Just unfold it, plug it in, and start living. At first, most people laughed it off. I mean, come on, a Tesla house that shows up on a truck, pops open like origami, and runs entirely on sunlight? It sounded like one of those futuristic ideas Musk would tease on Twitter and then forget about. Except, this time he didn't forget. A few weeks ago, Tesla quietly began deliveries of what it calls the Tesla Tiny House, and the first videos are already flooding social media. You can literally watch it unfold on a suburban driveway like a pop-up sci-fi cabin. One moment it's a steel box, the next it's a fully wired, climate-controlled home with lighting, water, and solar panels already humming on the roof. The idea isn't new. Musk has hinted for years that Tesla would tackle housing, but the timing couldn't be more perfect. Wildfires, blackouts, and skyrocketing real estate prices have made traditional homes feel fragile, outdated, and wildly expensive. Families are downsizing, retirees are cashing out, and younger generations are realizing that home ownership might be slipping out of reach. So when Tesla stepped up and said, "Here's a house you can own, move, and power yourself," people listened. Each panel, each joint, each inch of this house was engineered at Tesla's Nevada Gigafactory. The same robots that assemble Model Y frames are now pressing high-strength composite walls with millimeter precision. Every module includes insulation, wiring, and solar circuitry, ready to unfold like a transformer when it hits the ground. And when it does, the transformation feels almost magical. Within minutes, that flat pack turns into a cozy, modern living space complete with a kitchen, bathroom, and bedroom. But beneath the cool design and solar panels lies something bigger, a shift in how people think about home. This isn't about luxury or real estate speculation. It's about independence, the freedom to live anywhere, without rent, taxes, or grid dependency. And that's exactly how Elon Musk describes it, a lifestyle experiment that could redefine urban living forever. Still, the real story started long before the first deliveries rolled out of Nevada. It began with one strange rumor that many dismissed at the time, that the world's richest man had moved into a $40,000 tiny home on the edge of SpaceX's Texas site. Why would someone worth hundreds of billions choose to live in a box barely bigger than a garage? That single decision became the spark that led to the Tesla Tiny House. And that's where this story really begins, because Musk's choice wasn't about minimalism or publicity. It was a prototype for something far larger. No one realized it back then, but that tiny box Elon Musk called home was more than a minimalist stunt. It was the first prototype for something much bigger, a test to see how far simplicity and sustainability could really go. Back in 2021, news broke that Musk had sold off most of his properties and was living in a $40,000 foldable home near SpaceX's launch site in Boca Chica, Texas. For the world's richest man, it sounded absurd. Reporters joked that it must be a gimmick, a PR move, or some strange phase of billionaire eccentricity. But it wasn't. Behind the scenes, Musk was testing what life could look like in the future, energy independent, mobile, and efficient. He wasn't retreating from luxury. He was trying to redesign it from the ground up. That tiny box wasn't a downgrade. It was a prototype lab, small enough to analyze every inch of design, every watt of power, every airflow pattern. Musk was experimenting with how humans could live comfortably in compact, self-powered spaces without relying on a massive footprint or wasteful systems. In interviews, he described it as one of the most freeing experiences of his life. No giant mansion, no complex maintenance, no wasted rooms, just pure functionality. a test to prove that comfort and efficiency could coexist. And while most people brushed it off, inside Tesla's engineering labs, something bigger was already in motion. Musk's decision inspired an internal challenge. Could Tesla design a home that embodied the same principles as their cars? Lightweight, durable, and fully powered by the sun. That question sparked a series of quiet prototypes: modular shells, solar-integrated roofs, wall panels made from recycled materials, and AI-driven energy systems that could optimize electricity flow in real time. For months, engineers treated it as a side project. But the more they tested, the more it started to make sense. Because if Tesla could build vehicles that run for 1,000,000 miles without fuel, why couldn't they build homes that last decades without a single energy bill? Slowly, Musk's personal experiment became a company-wide vision. And by late 2022, whispers started circulating inside Tesla's Nevada plant that a dedicated section of the factory floor was being cleared not for cars, but for something new. Something with walls instead of wheels. It was the beginning of Tesla's housing division, small at first, but fueled by the same obsession with innovation that built the company's electric empire. But even then, few understood the why behind it. For Musk, it wasn't about selling houses. It was about solving one of humanity's most painful problems, the cost of living itself. And that's when the real motivation became clear. Tesla wasn't just entering a new industry. It was trying to fix one of the oldest ones. By 2023, owning a home had become a fantasy for millions. Prices were soaring faster than salaries could keep up. Cities once filled with opportunity now looked like traps, rent rising every month, mortgages impossible to touch, and entire generations forced to live paycheck to paycheck just to survive. The dream of home ownership, the very thing that defined the American dream, was quietly dying. In places like California and New York, the average cost of a modest home had crossed $800,000. Even middle-class families earning six figures found themselves priced out. Meanwhile, retirees who had spent decades paying off their homes were watching property taxes climb higher every year. And it wasn't just the US. Across Europe, Asia, and the Middle East, the story was the same. Inflation, housing shortages, and governments struggling to keep up with demand. People weren't just looking for cheaper homes. They were desperate for a new model of living. The crisis didn't come out of nowhere. It was the result of decades of overproduction, wasteful construction methods, and a complete dependence on outdated energy systems. Homes built in the 1980s still consumed massive amounts of power. Builders focused on size and luxury, not sustainability or affordability. And when disasters struck, floods, wildfires, power outages, those same homes turned into liabilities. For Elon Musk, this wasn't just bad economics. It was a civilizational flaw. He saw housing as the next major frontier, just like cars and energy, where innovation had completely stalled. While governments debated policies, Musk believed the solution wasn't politics. It was technology. If homes could be mass-produced the same way Tesla built cars, efficiently, cleanly, and smartly, it could flip the entire industry upside down. Imagine homes designed like iPhones, sleek, updatable, and optimized by AI. Homes that could pay for themselves through energy savings. Homes that could move with you. It sounded impossible. But so did reusable rockets and electric cars, until Tesla and SpaceX did it. By the end of 2023, internal leaks and drone footage started circulating online, showing strange modular structures being tested near Tesla's Gigafactory in Texas. They weren't cars. They weren't solar panels. They looked like homes. And soon, people began asking, was Tesla secretly building the house of the future? In early 2024, a document quietly appeared on the U.S. Patent Office website. At first glance, it looked routine, just another technical filing from Tesla. But buried deep inside the schematics was something different. Something that had nothing to do with cars, batteries, or even solar panels. It was labeled Energy Integrated Residential Structure. The patent described a modular home that could be 3D, printed, self-powered, and fully integrated with Tesla's existing ecosystem, Powerwall batteries, solar roof tiles, and even Starlink connectivity. In simpler terms, it was a Tesla house. Each module could be shipped anywhere in the world, assembled in under 24 hours, and powered entirely off-grid. Every wall was designed to function as both insulation and an energy collector. Smart vents regulated airflow automatically, while AI software balanced electricity usage to keep efficiency near perfect. It wasn't just sustainable, it was alive in a way traditional homes weren't. The document went unnoticed for weeks until a Reddit user, known only as u/technomad, posted screenshots claiming they matched leaked CAD renders from Tesla's Nevada facility. Within hours, the internet exploded. YouTubers broke down every image. Forums lit up with speculation. And for the first time, people realized this wasn't science fiction anymore. Tesla was actually doing it. Inside sources began confirming whispers. Prototypes had already been tested near Giga Texas, and a handful of employees were even living in them. Each home was roughly 400 square feet, but expandable, meaning families could connect multiple modules together like Lego pieces. But the most surprising part? Each unit could be purchased directly through Tesla's website, the same way you'd buy a car. No banks, no middlemen, no months of waiting for approval. Just pick your model, choose your energy plan, and have your home delivered. Analysts started calling it the iPhone moment of housing. A product so disruptive that, if real, it could collapse the traditional real estate industry overnight. And yet, Musk remained silent. No tweets, no announcements, nothing. For weeks, the world waited, watching Tesla stock tick upward, hunting for clues in shareholder letters and product updates. Every silence only made the mystery bigger. Until one Friday afternoon, during a live stream from Tesla's new facility in Austin, Musk casually dropped a single line that confirmed everything. We've been building something new. It's not a car, but it might just be the most important product we've ever made. When people first heard that Elon Musk was living in a $40,000 box, they laughed. When Tesla filed a patent for a self-powered house, they called it a rumor. But today, no one's laughing anymore. Because the same company that redefined how we move is now redefining how we live. What started as a simple experiment, a billionaire in a prefab home, became the foundation for a global shift. Homes that cost less than a car. Homes that produce their own power. Homes that can be built in days, not months. And if Tesla's vision succeeds, this isn't just about cheaper housing. It's about freedom. Freedom from rent. Freedom from unreliable power grids. Freedom from outdated systems that keep people trapped in debt just for a place to sleep. It's the idea that a home shouldn't be a burden. It should be an engine for independence. But as with every Tesla innovation, there's a catch. If these homes truly work as promised, they won't just disrupt the housing market. They'll shake entire economies. Real estate moguls, energy giants, even local governments could lose billions. And that's why, for now, the full rollout remains under wraps. Testing continues quietly, mostly in remote areas, while speculation grows every day. Some claim Tesla is already building secret micro-communities. Powered entirely by its technology, no bills, no pollution, no grid connection. If true, it means the next great revolution isn't happening on Mars or in a factory. It's happening in your own backyard. Elon Musk once said, "The future is built by those who show up." And maybe this time, he wasn't just talking about rockets or cars, but about the place we all call home.